Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are zooming in on a tiny, teardrop-shaped island just south of India that is pulling off a massive, absolutely gravity-defying recovery. We're talking about Sri Lanka. Now, you might be wondering, how does a remarkably compact South Asian nation manage to pack in such extreme diversity? I mean, how does it essentially punch way, way above its weight class on the global travel stage? Well, let's find out. 2.36 million. That is the massive post-2025 projection for international arrivals, fully eclipsing pre-COVID levels. I want you to think about that scale for a second. We are looking at an island nation with a domestic population of around 22 million people, getting ready to pull in well over 2 million global visitors a year. That's roughly a tenth of their entire population. It sets up an amazing mystery for us. How exactly does such a small place accommodate and really captivate that kind of surging demand? Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our master itinerary for today. 1. The tourism economic boom. 2. Mapping the compact island. 3. Heritage and wildlife. 4. The modern visitor profile. And 5. When and why to visit. Starting off with Section 1, the tourism economic boom. Massive numbers on a small island. So here is the raw financial power behind that recovery. $2.06 billion in earnings for the year 2023 alone. When your entire population is just 22 million, a multi-billion-dollar influx from international visitors isn't just, extra pocket change. It is a completely transformative economic engine. It's breathing fresh life into local businesses, funding critical infrastructure, and totally reviving the hospitality sector across the entire island. Now, taking a look at the 2022 macroeconomic data, tourism accounted for about 2.5% of the overall GDP. At first glance, you might be thinking, well, 2.5% sounds like a pretty small slice of the pie. But for a developing nation bouncing back from global travel halts, this specific slice represents an absolute powerhouse of financial stability and job creation. It is literally the spark plug for the country's broader economic revitalization. Which brings us to Section 2, Mapping the Compact Island, Geography and Regions. And this brilliantly illustrates the core magic of Sri Lanka. The entire country is just over 65,000 square kilometers, which is roughly the size of West Virginia or Ireland, just to put that into perspective. But within that highly navigable, really compact space, you have pristine beaches, dense jungles, and cool rolling tea country. You aren't wasting days on domestic flights or endless train rides here. The landscape completely shifts in just a single morning's drive. Because of that compact layout, you get staggering variety without all the travel fatigue. It's amazing. You can start your trip in Colombo, the bustling urban gateway and life-flight hub, then maybe drift down to the south coast for beautiful beaches and whale watching, or catch some world-class waves over on the east coast surfing hubs. Need a break from the heat? Just head up to the high country for cool climates and stunning tea plantations. Add in the ancient Buddhist cities and incredible wildlife safaris, and you can really see why visitors are so drawn to this geographical density. Let's jump to Section 3, Heritage and Wildlife. History meets nature. Just look at this incredible density of culture. An island this small boasts 8 distinct UNESCO World Heritage Sites. 8. You have the ancient rock fortress of Sigiriya, the sacred city of Kandy, the cave temples of Dambulla, and the colonial architecture of Galle Fort, just to rattle off a few. And beyond just the physical ruins, there's this incredibly vibrant living culture. For instance, the Asala Perahera Festival in Kandy is easily one of Asia's grandest and absolutely most spectacular Buddhist processions. But the wildlife is just as much of a draw as those ancient temples. Yala National Park alone sees over 180,000 foreign entries every single year. People are flocking there specifically for leopard and elephant safaris. Combine that with the massive, world-famous elephant gatherings at Minaria, and honestly, Sri Lanka offers a safari experience that totally rivals major African destinations. And again, it is all tucked right into this single compact ecosystem. All right, Section 4, the modern visitor profile. Who is coming and how? Let's move to and see how this builds, because just look at this growth trajectory. We are going from 1.49 million international arrivals in 2023, shooting all the way up to that 2.36 million mark projected for 2025. It's a steep, highly encouraging climb for sure, and it really speaks volumes about the global confidence in this destination right now. Breaking down the daily mechanics of this boom reveals exactly who is actually packing their bags. India is the clear top source market, projected to bring in over 531,000 arrivals alone in 2025. And they're accompanied by major influxes from places like the UK, Russia, and Germany. We're seeing the average visitor spend about $164 a day. But to me, the real standout metric here, 82% of all trips are booked online. That is huge. This isn't your old school travel agent kind of tourism. This is a highly digitized, highly independent travel boom. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these independent travelers are discovering the island in the first place. A staggering 44% of social media discovery is driven strictly by Instagram. Almost half of the modern interest is fueled purely by the island's visual aesthetics. Think about it. The rope swings over hidden beaches, those moody, misty tea train rides, the ancient ruins. It's like this destination was perfectly engineered for the highly visual, digital-first modern traveler. Okay, moving to our final section, Section 5, When and Why to Visit, Navigating the Monsoons and Appeal. Sri Lanka has a highly unique binary monsoon system, which is actually a massive advantage. It means there is quite literally always a good side of the island to visit. During the southwest monsoon, known as Yala, which runs from May to September, you're going to want to head over to the east and north coasts. Then when the northeast monsoon, or Maha, hits from October to January, the south and west coasts become your ideal sunny spots. And brilliantly, the Cultural Triangle and the Central Highlands remain largely accessible year-round, which gives travelers just incredible flexibility. So the crucial point is, when we synthesize all this data, we can see exactly why Sri Lanka stands out on the global map right now. First, it's that compact diversity we keep talking about, going from beaches to jungles to ruins, all in a single day. Second, it remains highly affordable compared to other, maybe more crowded Asian hubs. And third, it offers an incredibly rich, layered cultural mix of Buddhist temples, Hindu covilles, and colonial architecture. It's really the whole shebang. Which leaves us with this final thought. As global tourism fully recovers and travelers become increasingly protective of their time and their budgets, is compact diversity the ultimate travel luxury? Is a destination like Sri Lanka, where you get absolute maximum variety with minimal transit time, the new gold standard for the modern traveler? It's definitely a compelling question to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and we will catch you next time.